Henry Herbert Malm, who is the Executive Director of the National Theatre, in a moment. Share some more thoughts with us on this particular story, saying that we should support Ghanaian theatre to reach global heights. In recent times, we've seen the renaissance of theatre in Ghana. When you go to most of the shows organized by George Quay, Image Bureau, April Communications, and National Theatre itself, we've been seeing a number of these plays and theatre productions happening. Uncle Bo White, of course. We've seen from Nyansapo Productions. We've seen from Latif Abubakar, and a whole lot of other producers who have also stood the test of time in producing quality plays in terms of theatre. And we're asking, what can we do to reach global heights? This is something that has been mooted by the director of the National Theatre, Henry Herbert Malm. We are speaking to him in a moment to tell us more about that. Let me say good morning to Mr. Kwesi Martinez. Good morning, brother. How are you?
Good morning, Kwame.
Everything okay?
By grace.
I hear when you were young, you were doing theatre, you were doing staging plays and all that.
I wasn't on stage, but I was behind
the stage.
Yeah, the stage.
Producer, executive producer.
You were behind the stage.
Behind the stage,
but not on the stage.
So, I would say now something like production.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
So sometimes they get him because of ideas, some plans as to how we go about it. So mostly, that's what I was doing. But being on the stage itself, and then I'm a Ferrari.
All right, now Ferrari. Let's go to somebody who doesn't Ferrari. The Executive Director of the National Theatre, Mr. Henry Herbert Malm, is on the line right now. Good morning, sir.
Good morning, my brother.
How are you doing?
I'm fine. Hope you're fine too.
We're also doing fantastic here. And how is the National Theatre doing?
We're doing our best. We're in course. We're getting things in good shape. So I'll say we're doing fine.
What is your general assessment of the state of theatre in Ghana at present?
I will say there's a big potential. It's something that has been around for a while, but perhaps it's not boomed and we've not gotten the best out of.
Okay.
It's an area we can invest a lot in and get a lot out. So there's a potential still being tapped, but I think we haven't gotten to the point where we've reached the best out of it. The best is yet to come.
Henry, since you assumed office as Executive Director of the National Theatre, what are some of the challenges you've spotted yourself?
Well, I've been looking into the industry, been paying very close attention to the stakeholders, the people who come in, who do theater-related, programs. And I see the challenges that they go through, doing everything to support their productions, how much money they raise, where they raise money from, how easy or otherwise they are able to do that. In addition to how to also attract audience, get people to come and patronize what they have come or the crafts that they have put forward. So it's a lot of issues together, if you ask me, which I think some of them are getting right, but with a lot of effort and a lot of investment. And I think those are the issues we should be looking at, how to make things easier for them to be able to express themselves so they don't take on too much burden in terms of having to, putting all that by themselves and sometimes getting not the best out of it. So those are some challenges I'm looking at in addition to what I think infrastructure can help to do. But I think, as I said, it's an area that needs to be opened up a lot and with business investment and all that.
What do you intend to do to help solve some of these problems as an Executive Director of the National Theatre?
Okay. So I'm working with them. At least to start with, I'm looking at how to collaborate quite effectively with them. So when they come in with their productions, I try to find out what is involved. Not just to sit back and say, well, the hall is available, we charge you for it, so go. But to find out what we can also do to support. What can we do by way of attracting people, by attracting sponsorships, by making the place welcoming enough? If there are issues in the industry, recently we talked about tax issues through our symposium that we held during the theatre festival. And I think I've seen my minister elevate it further. So we're looking at how to make things softer for the industry persons by collaborating effectively with them.
From the interview you had with the graphic showbiz, you said that we must commit to attending shows, investing in talent, and pushing for policies that make the arts thrive. When it comes to attending shows, how best do you think we can whip up the interest of patrons to theatre productions?
Relevance is everything. And I think that we should look at what the Ghanaian wants. So we want to get audiences to our shows. But what show are we giving them? I think that if you look at the productions, those who are doing it and getting it quite right, what they are able to do, apart from giving the Ghanaian what he wants, is also investing a lot as far as publicity is concerned, bringing that awareness to Ghanaians, letting them know what is in there for you, what will make you feel comfortable to come and sit in there and watch. So good productions, but also a lot of investment as far as promotion is concerned. And I think that's what I see also. If we begin to develop interest of people at the base, the younger ones, we will be making a good journey into the place where others have been able to achieve or get to. So investment, awareness, and I think that consistency in that area should be able to give us some work.
All right. The Ghana National Theatre Act 1991 also says that it mandates the National Theatre to have regional branches. We're talking about making sure we get more people to attend shows, theatre productions. Have you thought about the regional level? How are we doing that for them as well?
Yes, it's so I know in the manifesto of the government there are two very strong things regarding this, a renovation of what we have now to introduce some state-of-the-art technology into it, and then to look at building another one, possibly in Kumasi or so. So it's really at the forefront of what the government is thinking about as far as theatre is concerned. That really, to a large extent, is at the government level, but I know it's a forefront issue for us, and we are looking forward to how that can be done. I know my minister is doing a lot in that direction, trying to work with development partners to see how we can secure some support to upgrade or give the facility we have now a facelift. And I know at the other level as well, there's work that's being done looking at possibly how to get the other construction going in the other regions. So it's really something that is being thought about because it's a manifesto promise, and I know that there's work ongoing. We're sure that it will be delivered.
Talking about physical structures, I know almost all the regions have cultural centers. How are we making use of these in the interim?
Yeah, so what I can tell, those cultural centers are really managed by the National Commission on Culture. They have footprints everywhere, and they have staff, and they have people who represent them at that level. So talking about how to express culture at those levels or at the grassroots levels, that firmly has been taken care of by the National Commission on Culture. So it's been made use of in terms of the fact that people go there to practice, to also do business there. That's where you can get some cultural performances and all that,
And good one there. But we also know that theatre goes beyond physical structures. The act itself is very important. Do you have anything to do in your plan as to how to maybe encourage more people in the regions to also come together to form maybe productions, to stage plays and all that?
Yes, that's in the offing. So we are already working with people here. We have a program in-house at the National Theatre which gives opportunity to young people, young producers, in that area, in the area of theatre, to come and express themselves. And this is something we will take into the regions, with the passage of time. It shouldn't be too long. We are looking at how to build the next, George Quays and the Bo Whites and, Latifs, gradually. It's painstaking. As I've said, it's a lot of investment and a lot of, capacity building. But we think we've started something quite well. It's been running for some time. We're looking at how to upgrade it. We have a program, as I said, once every month, which is a Wednesday, theater, where we make our facility available for people to come and, express themselves. So we will take these things into the regions with the passage of time to be able to give people also out there the opportunity to express themselves and to look forward to coming into the national level.
Before I let you go, last one on the National Theatre itself, the structure there. What do you make of its current state?
We're looking to have it renovated. That is the goal. As I said, is a manifesto promise. So it's forefront. But as it is now, it's usable as well. So, having come in, the few things I've identified, I'm doing my best to fix. Maintenance at this is at the heart of it. So we're not necessarily waiting for it to be renovated before it's used. As you know, it's in use now. What I've prioritized is to get it maintained, to look at a few other things that could easily be dealt with even as we wait for renovation. So we're doing the best to at least put in place a good maintenance regime, maintenance culture, and then a good culture with the people themselves, so that we can take very good care of this beautiful asset that's been handed over to us.
Talking about renovation, what do you think needs to be renovated in that facility?
Well, it's a over 33-year-old facility. It was built with a certain technology in mind at a certain time. We have moved on. So, let's introduce some state of art technology in there. The stage work, seats, the auditorium, how it's laid out, the technology that we need. If we go elsewhere, I've watched theater on Times Square, the streets, and it's beautiful. The sort of things that happen with the stage, how it can be created, recreated, and all that. We only have moved one stage as far as that is concerned. I think that there's a lot more that we can do. So we should look at how to incorporate what really is relevant now, what the times reflect, so that people can get to relate quite well with it.
Do we have timelines for this renovation?
We're hoping that it will be done within this 4 years, for sure. It's a manifesto promise, so if we have to deliver on that, it has to be within the lifetime of this particular president or this government. So that's my timeline as far as looking at what the manifesto promise says. And I know that my minister is working quite hard at that.
Thank you very much, Mr. Henry Herbert Malm, for your time this morning.
You're welcome.
All right, so you just heard him. Mr. Henry Herbert Malm is Executive Director of the National Theatre, speaking to us about a story that was reported about him in graphic showbiz. He saying that we should support Ghanaian theatre to reach global heights, and we delved into other areas. Noreen.
Kwame. That was an interesting conversation. At least I'm glad. I think the last bit got me really excited.
This is Hits.